Courage to me means to not only overcome adversity when you're faced with it, but to attack it head on. And I think that going through a tough medical experience really pushed me to kind of feed off of my own courage and see how far that could take me. I'm Selah Kitchener. I am 22 years old. I grew up in a biracial family of 5. I am the middle child of an older sister and a younger sister, so a whole family of girls.
So I would say what makes our family dynamic really unique is our father was always about building a sisterhood between us, and we've basically been best friends for as long as I can remember.
Selah's very smart. She holds herself accountable. And her father was very strong-willed, and when he had a vision, he followed through with it. And so I see that in Selah a lot.
My relationship with my dad was very good. We were best friends, and we bonded over basketball super often. We would play outside almost every single day. And then when I was 13, my dad got diagnosed with cancer. At that point, we just wanted to spend as much time in the home as we could. But then I got suddenly super sick. I was extremely exhausted, throwing up blood, and I eventually was diagnosed with end-stage liver failure.
When Selah came to UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital, her liver dysfunction was so severe, even at the time of diagnosis, that she was gonna need a liver transplant and not be able to leave the hospital before that.
While I was at UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital waiting for transplant, my dad actually passed away. That was when I kind of realized, like, I'm not guaranteed to come out of this, he didn't. And that was kind of, we had always had this dream of kind of coming back together. But luckily that time period was not too long. And within a couple of weeks, I got woken up by one of my nurses that they had found a liver.
One of the remarkable things about Selah's whole journey is she was then the first pediatric patient who was transplanted at the new UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital. It was really amazing for our team to be able to really take care of kids and families in a setting that was totally built around their needs and their comfort.
The environment was inviting, it was warm, it was friendly, and I think her care team at UCSF was incredible.
There was a lot of emotion in a very short amount of time, and I wanted to make sure that if I was getting a second chance, I was going to make the most of it. Since receiving my transplant, I pursued a college education at the University of Southern California. I've also got involved in donor advocacy work, trying to increase the National California Donor Registry list, and specifically working with marginalized communities. Now I am applying to medical schools all over the country. UCSF is definitely number one.
Selah was a patient herself, so she understands the other side of it that many of us don't. Just really make her a compassionate provider.
Selah has so much courage inside herself. She had to have courage because there was not always anybody there to have it for her. It blows my mind that she has gone from this little 8th grader, who was on the basketball team, to how far she's made it now.
UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital was not only a place that allowed me a second chance at life, but it's also somewhere that I will take with me everywhere that I go, especially on this journey to become a doctor and be someone for another 13-year-old girl that UCSF was for me.